Whoa, that is not what I expected at all. That's why then. So that's what happened. I disconnected the counties by taking Warwickshire, and Herefordshire, which has a huge army of the Baron that's just eating everything, is gone. And the Baron didn't even have any cow fields planted. That's so dumb. Alright, so this county's gonna need some emergency relief, and fortunately there's a few counties I have that have some excess moo cows. So there we go. They probably don't even need that many. 2,000 people here, so many people laying idle. I guess it's time to take out the Baron's armies and see what I can do about his sieging. That is not a game mechanic I was expecting. Meanwhile, let's see here. How many Swedish swords do we have? They have very bad morale. This army has bad morale. Let's fix this army's morale. And, oh, Bishop, you've got all peasants. And I've got to reinforce this army ASAP. Because right now, I don't have a ton of swordsmen here. Really? Really? You can't actually hit those little peasants. There we go, that'll do it. So what is the shape of the world going to look like in just a little bit? I don't know. I almost want to send my peasants just slamming in. This is going to be more of a sieging army than anything, but I want to get their morale up. And that's why I have kind of a lot of peasants here. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose some swordsmen in the process, and you can't have more than one mercenary force per army. So this low morale could become an issue pretty quickly. Let's see, are you all going to switch targets automatically? Yes. And I don't have a ton of swordsmen left. So still pretty easy battle. Oh, you're really retreating? I only lost 8 people. Not bad. So this county's population is not super high, but so what do your fields look like? You need some serious help on these fields. Alright, so we're gonna be raising some troops out of here. So we want to get these guys out, and they already are out. Just gonna buy from Flemmy here. Let's get 100 more swords. Or 150 swords. Let's just go ahead and add 100 swords here just to once again try and take out the food intake. And unfortunately, I won't be able to merge these armies this turn. Poop face, and then 50 swords, and probably that's it from this county. Just to once again try and get their population under control. That's what conscription's for. We want at least a better grain harvest than we had. There we go, still get 1 field. Cool. So just moving these guys down, and I think I have time for one more turn here, because it is just going to be primarily military from here on out. So let's see, we've improved these guys' morale to average. I think I need to start thinking siege here, so let's go ahead and throw our mercenaries who finally get to see a fight. There we go. Poor Bishop, if you only have peasants to throw at me, then this game's going to end as quickly as I can besiege other armies. But yeah, like I said before, there's only one victory condition in this game, and that is total victory. Which I guess is kind of like the Crusader Kings rules of you don't want your rivals to still be around and possibly spawn people that will take you out in succession. So there's one army down. I have so many little armies marching around here. Alright, so where's our Danes at? Oh, no. Let's see here. We want to actually... How many people are still here? I think it's probably best... Saxony swordsmen. Those suck. 750 for 100. Not all mercenaries created equal, in case you didn't know. There's so many cows here. Unfortunately, my little supply cart is going to go through hostile territory. So let's go ahead and do what we need to do here. I'm going to see first off if I can get the Danes to finish this. Wow, apparently I can't. Okay. Let's go ahead and move down here, because apparently... Okay, I did not want to barrack that army first off. And somehow I bugged these guys into not being able to move, or trying to move and then canceling. Alright, second deal here. Still losing cows. Part of the reason being that, well, this is a lot of troops that are being fed here. So that's 870 troops. Surely that will be enough to do something against the Baron's army here, because he's currently has his thumb on this county and it sucks. Okay, so we got 2 units here. I got another little army standing over here. I actually got some Swedish swordsmen I can send up here as well, so I know they could be a strike force trying to take out other counties, but that's not what we're doing right now. Okay, so is that my military for this turn? Yes, and I think I got time for one more. So let's do that. We're trying to start to push to the end here. Here comes the bishop, sending more units to their demise. Defending his homeland. The countess derping it up with 50 units. Let's go ahead and just surrender that. Once again, it's archers. Countess, you are not using your money to your best benefit. Can I win a siege here? No, 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 no. 4 defenders killed, though. Will they starve? Gloucestershire, please, please, please. Limited success. I just need this siege to end. Alright, so the Baron saying, how dare you challenge my rule of my lands? I will see your kingdom in ruins. No, you won't. So attacking the church is the same as attacking me, blah, blah, blah. And Baron, what you doing? Are you actually going to break... No, you're not going to break a siege. Oh, that's cute. You're sending a bunch of peasants through the muck and mire to take me on. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to actually make contact with them first. Just make sure they don't walk my swordsman in here. And the reason they're switching direction like that is because it's where you point your little sword pointer is actually where the flag goes. So right now I just got it. There we go. First set. That's all I need. And down. There we go. Easy peasy. So I was able to take advantage before of the Baron going before me, and this time it's just going to be him trying to break my siege, him trying to march units around the backside of my kingdom. If I can't finish off that castle, damn man. Here comes his other units. There's no way they win this. I've lost maybe a handful of swordsmen to swords and pitchfork people, but Baron's pretty much screwed. Think about that. The toughest noble that was facing me has nothing now. He's reduced to sending peasants for a county that is pretty much already dead. And he's still... No, 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 no. Now, the other thing you have to deal with in this game is that it likes to auto-target. And it likes to automatically just be aggressive. That's good for archers. That's not so good for swordsmen because they'll lose the advantage that they have if they go out into the fields. Or if they go into the swamp. Now on the other hand, if I can get them to rearrange here, when these guys are spread out like this, before they can reform, good things happen. Now it's kind of a weird blob that they're in right now, but for some reason we're just standing next to each other being the very best of friends. But there we go. Just advantage, terrain advantage, all that advantage, their morale's going to plummet pretty quickly. Which morale is a system that I really wish was in Lords of the Realm 2, because I guess my nostalgia goggles were on. The AI in Lords of the Realm 2 is way better than Lords of the Realm 1. But still, not fantastic, but just better. So, we gotta get them down to like 40 people, probably. And now we are just gonna engage them in the swamp, because whatever. Do. There we go. So you poor peasantry, I lost 13 people, but the siege is not broken. Alright, so still triple rations for 125. You know, at this rate I might as well just build another trebuchet. Said build another trebuchet, there we go. Let's do what I did before. The castles that won't go, I have bad morale. We're just gonna keep pounding this. Eventually it will fall. As you've seen in other sieges, sometimes luck is not on your side. In fact, I'm gonna have to move this a little closer than I'd like, but at this rate I'm just gonna starve these guys out. And yeah, this game probably will end on us waiting desperately for the siege to take effect and work. But since it's just a little tower, not a gatehouse, I can't use a battering ram there, so... Oxfordshire, tell me, how many people here? 400 units. And there is... Okay, I have 200 weapons in stock. What's my arsenal like? 200 swords, so I just had a bunch of things finish all at once. Let's get some longbows up in this place. So that's about 2,000 left. I have 300 units. And that army's still sitting there, so that's a little ridiculous. We're just going to meet these guys in the field, I think. So now I have them penned. They have to run straight back to do it. And maybe they will. Maybe they'll actually try and take that on. Alright, so what's our plan today? We have armies marching. I like that these guys' morale's better. These guys' morale's bad. I'm just going to send these guys in to their death. Maybe down here. No, I want them to actually soften up something that's going to be coming for me. So I'll send them down here first. My goal is going to be to siege with this army first. Send this army on the backside. So we'll have a little bit of conflict here. And the reason I don't combine armies right there is just because it stops movement and you lose your movement points for anything. Alright, so these guys are itching for blood. You're going to get it soon. Don't sweat. So combine these armies, yes. Hampshire. How many people? So here, this is crossbowmen, swordsmen. Pretty expensive army, if I do say, but let's see here. What do we got here? More crossbowmen. But Wiltshire, not the happiest place in the world, but we don't want you eating cows. We don't want these cows dying. If you're really going to plant all the grain, you're an idiot, but guess what game? You're an idiot, so... Let's go ahead and just combine these armies. What? Oh, those were the mercenaries, weren't they? Whoops. There we go. So now we gotta move you guys up. Because if I don't do that, then these guys will just stop, because AI is fun to play with. Nope. Yes. Alright, so we're gonna pin that down. We're gonna try and finish this up. And I guess, let's see here. You guys are just gonna go and let's finish up the Baron here. 35 of you left, so offer quarter. This is the turn where the Baron's going to get eliminated. I can feel it. Okay, one of my big nasty armies. It's actually not that big and nasty. I'm just going to send it in. This is going to be the army that takes over Wales, I guess. So there's two counties, neither of them particularly happy. I could probably bribe these guys for 1,000, but I'm not going to. So let's start. Let's actually start by sacrificing our tiny army here, just to see how big and massive this is and if it's mostly peasants. 1,000. 1,000 of the Baron's finest. One figure equals 20 men, so we have epic conflict on the way. No archers, though. That can work to my advantage. So here we have some swordsmen coming. If I can just dodge them and get to the peasants, or at least get out the macemen, because the peasants are not the threat of this army. Oh, I'm not taking your quarter. These mercenaries were sent to die, and that's exactly what's going to happen to them. Though it is nice. I don't usually... Oh, you tricky AI, just sending your armies all the way out of the way here as... Oh, that's so sad. Okay, so I am going to take out some macemen more than likely. Fortunately, you can't see what morale looks like, but I am getting a big cluster of numbers. My people are going to... It's not going to be as decisive of a victory as I'd like, but this is to soften up for the other troops that are going to be inevitably coming through. If I can get them below 1,000, that'll be awesome. With just my 150 of brave Swedes hacking away, doing what they're paid to do. And we're going to end the video at this turn. So I thank you all for sticking with it. Like I said, Lords of the Realm towards the end is just very much about big blobs, a unit who has the better blobs, and then siege, siege, siege. So the next few turns, like you see, we were able to pack in more turns here once we kind of get to turn a blind eye to county management a little bit, as long as we don't have counties starting to revolt due to starvation. But there we go. All of my troops have died, but those 150 took out 179. So that's a start. Next in the Ball of Death, and this army may not win, 470 versus 940. Once again, one figure equals 20 men. My people are grossly outnumbered. His army has a fantastic morale. Oh my god, for sitting in a county that is starving. I don't understand. But there we go. Good morale versus good morale. These guys will not be fleeing anytime soon, and chances are this 470 is going to die, but if they can die and just leave the peasants, then my mop-up crew will be in good shape. So here comes the big blob. Why are the other swordsmen not moving? Okay. So you all are about to engage. And this is where the one figure equals 20 men doesn't always play too nicely. So this time we're taking out the swordsmen, as morale is just all up everywhere. As long as I can take them all out, I will be in a good place. Because if it's just a ball of peasants, as you can see, their morale's maxed. And this army is eventually going to overwhelm me. That is kind of just how it works. But if I can sort of spring the upset here, if I can just keep my swordsmen doing what they do, and you can see their morales dropping just a little bit. That's the swordsman morale, actually. My guys are staying up pretty well. The peasants are now engaged, which means the Baron's going to have sort of a free run at my archers here momentarily, which sucks a little, but that's kind of how this rolls. So my swordsman's still going. I don't have that many. I got 2 and 9. Okay, so this is what you got to do in the late game of this game. You can see a maceman still coming at me. How many maces does the dude have left? 69. I'm not taking your quarter. You're going to have to make my archers do their work. So the Baron trying to get something going, but he's going to have to just lose here in a moment. So 700 people. Scary until you realize the whole army is peasants, 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 and 65 macemen. And unfortunately, because the Baron is not sending the macemen at me, I'm just going to have to wait for these guys to get overwhelmed by peasants. So yay! Fun times. Here comes the maceman. There goes my poor archers. They're just going to flee. But yeah, feeling good about this. Just gotta... Oh no, 666. Okay, we're not going to leave that there. As my remaining archers get overwhelmed here, I do not accept quarter. These guys knew they were marching to their death for their future uniter of England. I took out 280 this time. So how many... I apparently have no power over Herefordshire for some reason. So that's interesting. Apparently nobody has Herefordshire right now. Let's see what else we can kind of walk in here. Because I had power over it before, and then I guess I lost some battles while somebody was standing on it, and now nobody has it because the Baron can't connect those lands. So that's interesting. Well, let's see here. Please become our sheriff. So I've regained control of it just in time. Weird, weird, weird bugginess, but you can see now we're back to this ratio of people, and unfortunately, this may not be the best army for this kind of conflict. I may actually end up losing this battle pretty hard, because I thought there were more people in this army. Well, if I can just eliminate these guys with a lot of arrowy death. Here we go. Here we go. How many? 50 swordsmen. I really thought I had more. Well, I guess the Baron is not going to be denied just yet. Because this army, there's no way this army wins. Not without being able to do something with the crossbowmen or something. I guess I should be firing my arrows at the biggest threat, which is the macemen. So I've just thrown some of my largest armies at the Baron, and he survives, lives to fight another day. Right now I have a bunch of archers that are probably going to die, but once again, I am taking out a lot of stuff. If I can take out these macemen, 150 swordsmen may be able to do this. Because this is a tough fight on both ends. There's a lot of losses. If I can get some of these big blobs of peasants to run, I will be able to take them out next turn. So there goes some of my peasants. The macemen are gaining morale, unfortunately. There's only 11 of them left, though. 7, 4, 5. There we go. Macemen out. Yeah, my army can take this on, especially if they're going to waste their time reforming like this. Can my crossbowmen do it? Probably not. But damn, they're going to try. So next turn, the Baron's going to be eliminated. But for now, it's just going to be a matter of the armies marching on me, and that one, as it hit me, it loses all of its morale, so crossbowmen holding at this point. I do expect these guys to get overwhelmed by the peasants. They're better at melee than archers, but not by a lot. Though it would be hilarious if I were to survive with just mercenary crossbowmen here. Because the way these armies are just standing at this point, their morale is really slipping. They started with a huge advantage. And now I don't know. Okay, oh damn, they just all ran. Okay. I am going to do this, and I'm going to do this on the back of my mercenaries, and it's going to be hilarious. I thought for sure I didn't have it, but now I do. So there we go. They all flee. I lost all of my native army. I've defeated the army of the Baron, the largest swelling army. As once again we have no ration. My people are diseased. We have our health cart on the way. I probably could have sent some grain from there. Do I really want to plant grain here? Not really. But I can sell some cattle. Let's do that. Let's sell 40 cows. That'll be good. Because these guys are going to get enough anyway. And you know what? We've got a bunch of armaments too. There's plenty we can do to reinforce some of these troops. But yeah, there's a little bit of county management to be had here, but not a lot. So here, how many people do you have? 1,500? So if I send 150 that way, just trying to bolster my army once again. Get these guys moving, and we're going to just call this the turn at this point. So let's see here. Archers and swordsmen. I'm going to take a little bit of a happiness hit, but that's okay. Because I can just get you all drunk. There we go. And while we're at it, Mr. Goldpenny, just give us... Let's see here. What's our arsenal look like again? Do I still have a lot of swords? I have 50 swords. I'll just go ahead and buy up all this. So let's see here. 50 and 50. I don't think this army needs to be reinforced too much. That may be better for this army. So we'll just go ahead and send you all on. And we'll hit the intern wheel and get a nice county report right at the 50-minute mark. Yes, it's a longer episode. But there's a lot of action going on, so that's okay. So yeah, I think that's all the army movements I need to make. I've taken out the Baron. There's not too much left. Let's do it. Bishop marching, fortifying, turtling. Probably just a bunch of peasant armies. Taking this lower county is going to be very important. Yeah, just more peasants. Taking the lower county is going to be very important because if I do that, I can siege 2 castles at the same time. So that's kind of going to be the plan, but I don't want the bishop to get any ideas about marching through my turf to get back. Can't believe the countess is still alive after all this time. Okay, so these guys are going to kill really quickly, but just got to get them engaged in the field first. And unfortunately, I can't go for morale bonuses here. So boom shakalaka. Just get this fight going. This won't take too long. Like I said, I just want to see the report at the end of the year here. Can't believe we've gone through so many seasons. I know this did end up being a little longer, but I feel like I'm saying the same thing again and again. Hope you don't mind. Yay, 3 people lie dead. As this army's just continuing to crush here, so. And I've taken Seatoller Castle. Finally. Good lord. And Glamis Castle. So 2 places just getting annihilated at the very end here. And need more farmers in certain places. Clerk getting more expensive. Baron saying, some of my men will march through Pals, pay them no heed. They'll fight elsewhere like they'll fight me. But let's look and see what we got here. 2 nobles eliminated. Another noble just getting knocked out because I just took out the countess. The Baron right there. And look who's the greatest noble. It's between me and the bishop. Now that's interesting. I have by far more castles, but most of them are crumbling or in ruins. The bishop having a lot of crowns, but who knows what they're spending them on. I have a ton of counties, ton of troops, ton of people. Bishop apparently has happier people. Why is it split 50-50? I have no idea. But I am the greatest in the land. Hooray! The Baron only has an army left. And that army is now doing exactly what I thought it would. It is marching on my county. And can I fix this? Can I keep the Baron from beating me in the face? Probably, but we're gonna have to do that next time, next episode. This is way to fail. Let's call it a video here. Look at England. It is green. Awesome. See you next time.